With the wind of change sweeping around Old Trafford and Carrington, there are players that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to consider either selling, extending their contracts, triggering their 1 year contract or clause left in there for you, or let them run their contracts for free and leave the club of Manchester United. Amongst those is Victor Lindelof, there is Anton Martial, there is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Who else? I think there are like 4 players that United need to trigger their contracts in all before the start of the new year of 2024. And Victor Lindelof has gone ahead to break silence on his future at Manchester United. Welcome to United Matters channel. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic stay wherever you are. News is coming in slow, but no matter what, we'll obviously try to figure out these stories and obviously bring them to you here onto your channel, United Matters channel. And we will never fail to obviously call in for you people to subscribe to this channel, because we want to hit 16,100 subscribers very, very soon, and we are really left with few to hit that milestone. And so continue to obviously do the needful, and the moment you continue to do the needful, the rest will be okay. We are left with just 70 subscribers to hit 16,100 subscribers. So let's continue to do that. Now, Victor Lindelof has gone ahead to talk about a lot, his goal, his positioning, and Richard Arnold's departure from the club of Manchester United. You can call it a sack, and so on and so forth. So we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum, and may the living to God bless you and bless you abundantly. Oh my God. Now, as it stands, we are obviously getting to where we deserve to be as a club of Man United. And you know to it that when players go to the international break, they obviously face the media and they are asked huge questions. And Victor Lindelof, being the captain of Sweden, he obviously faces a lot of media, and him playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, that is Manchester United, he has to face all these questions and really answer them accordingly. The first question was all about his future. He said, "We will see what happens. There is an option, and in all likelihood, it will be activated. The competition is always good at the club like Man United. I feel like I performed decently. Of course, I can always do better." That is what I was going to hate to say. Now, if you are asked about Lindelof and his performances, what would you make about them? I think he's one of those players that you need to have at the club of Manchester United. And I've reached a level of even understanding that Victor Lindelof is obviously playing a better job than Rafael Varane at the club of Man United. Do you know why? Varane is good, is way far a better player than Victor Lindelof, but every time he's needed, he's nowhere to be seen. But for Victor Lindelof, every time we need him to show up for duty, he obviously shows up and obviously puts in a very thrilling performance as a defender. So I think Harry Maguire should leave first. That is it. Then Lindelof will obviously get him through. And why should we get out players like Harry Maguire and Varane? Because I think Varane is good but injury prone. Harry Maguire, he cannot obviously represent us when we are facing the best of the teams in the world, and he's earning £200,000 a week. Rafael Varane is earning £300,000 a week. So for Victor Lindelof as a player, I think he plays better, and his future is obviously bright at the club of Manchester United. He has hinted about the club of Man United triggering the 1 year optional, the one option he has on his contract, and I think that's obviously going to be put up into consideration, because it was done for Darlow, Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford, and all those really got new contracts. And for Victor Lindelof, he's really a player that you wouldn't like to lose, because especially to lose on a free. If you trigger his contract, even if you want to sell him in the summer, with how he's performing this season, he can obviously get you close to £30 million, which is not bad money that can help you get in the likes of Todibo and very many others. So if we can obviously get rid of 2 central defenders in the summer, and we get in money to obviously get in other defenders like 2, that will be something good, because all we need is defenders who are really young. I think in that central defense, the only young defender is Lisandro Martinez, 25 years of age. But Varane is 30. Lindelof, I think, is 27, 28. Harry Maguire is 30. John Evans, 30. Is he 35 years? Who else? So, all those defenders around are really aged, meaning that we need defenders who are really like Lisandro Martinez, because defenders like those really have a lot to do with not getting injured. For example, Ralf Rangnick's head, I always want to get in players on their first contracts because they play hard to see to it that they get another contract at a club like Manchester United. So that's what Victor Lindelof said about his future, and we anticipate that he went ahead to hit the nail on the top. But I really anticipate he's obviously going to get that additional option here, and they're going to discuss the contract. And Fabrizio Romano, I think, confirmed us that they're in discussions to see what else can be put on the table for him to sign a new contract. And the beauty of him is that he won't call in for £200,000 a week. I think he'll call in for like £140,000 a week, and will obviously be doing United the best of service at that price of money that he's obviously getting in. So after that, we go to Victor Lindelof on his goal against Luton Town. He said it was very good. I don't often get the chance to score, so it was good to do it, and it's always special. It's always special to do it at home in front of everyone, in front of everyone, the supporters. That's what he went ahead to say. Now, that goal was really very important. Why was that goal very important? It gave us our 4th win in 5 games. It was really a very important goal because all clear-cut chances were created, but you couldn't obviously see that ball crossing the line. But this particular time, or this particular effort from Lindelof was obviously given way through into the back of the net. And what a way to give you confidence at the club of Man United, because sometimes we are lacking confidence from the players of Man United. And secondly, when Lindelof scores, sorry about that, let me stretch a little bit, guys. When Victor Lindelof scores like that, it gives us a lot of hope that he's obviously becoming one of the people that can obviously get into good scoring positions and increasing his increase his confidence in the final third of the pitch. Then goals coming in from different sources, that is what we call the even distribution of goals, and that's one of the things that you'll ever want to call in and obviously see to it that you give it the best that it deserves as a person in there for you. So after that, he went ahead to be asked about him being played on his position on the left in some matches. He said it's a little different. I'm not really used to it. I can play a lot of different positions and I can do a good job there, but it's certainly not the position I'm best at. Obviously, he struggles when he's played as a left back. We all know that, but that doesn't stop him from obviously putting in those performances, especially going forward as a very good player. I've seen him certain games when he's being played as a left back, and he doesn't keep that back post well, and it is one of those things that he just needs to get used to. But we all know the situation has been caused by us not having players like Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia. But the beauty is that after the international break, Tyrell Malacia is expected to be back for the club of Manchester United, and we even got Sergio Reguilon on loan. Then even Dalot never took part into the international break, who has been played onto the left side of the fullback of Man United in some games. That gives us lots of options as we head into the game of Everton that we're going to play over the next weekend. And remember, Everton has gotten what we call a 10 points deduction. So after that, we obviously go to another story that summarizes it up as he talks about Richard Arnold. Yesterday, I told you that, was it yesterday or yesterday but one? I told you that Richard Arnold had parted ways with Man United, and Victor Lindelof has been asked about the departure of Richard Arnold. I said he's a person I really like. I think he represented the club very well. It's sad that he has to leave. I will have to call him, all that. I sent him an SMS to thank him personally. So obviously, when a person like that leaves, everyone is going to come and say he's a very nice person. But if the team is not performing and you're CEO of the club, you are the head of every business that is happening at the club of Man United, whether financially, whether football-wise, whether economically or morally, then you are the one to blame. And they had to obviously show him the exit door, as people, all teams, all corporate companies suck you, all give you the exit way like that. So that is it coming in from Lindelof. I had to do this story like 11 minutes long. So guys, your thoughts onto that are welcome in the comment section below as this man vocalizes his future. Would you want us to keep him or really let him go? Or we trigger the optional 1 year on his contract and then we sell him in the summer? Or we trigger it and give him a long contract? I sign out for now. See you later. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and the Christians, may the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm out, my mates.